Hey Pisces, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome to the Cosmic Soul Tribe. It's your High Priestess Maggie or Megan. But we're going to do this reading for you, so do take it as it resonates. I already have the layouts, the categories out here specifically so that you guys can identify whether this reading is going to be for you or not, so that you don't have to waste any time. I'm not trying to make anybody waste time. Like, life is way too precious, right? So either way, and I know it's been a long time since I've done zodiac readings, which I've done a lot of collective readings. If you guys want to go back and look at them, you can. If you haven't gotten any lately or whatever it may be, I pretty much did the best of description titles that I could, specifically with what I'm given in a sense of 100 specific spaces. But either way, what I have today for you, thank you, God, Spirit, Universe, for showing up today as well and being a part of this conversation and this reading today for the Pisces that come through. We have a feminine energy. There's a lot of passion here. You have swept me off my feet, kept me on my toes, been there for me through all the ups and downs. You are more than a dream come true. Thanks for being my reality. Receiving an upgrade currently, this feminine energy, this love that's happening right here, there's an upgrade that's coming for the love. There's no longer any suppressed projections anymore. So whoever this feminine is has done a lot of shadow work, has definitely cleared their aura, has cleared up their energy, and they've been doing nothing but flowering. Okay, so if you're a masculine, just know there's a feminine that's like, hey, thanks for being my reality. They have a lot of passion for you. Then this love situation is definitely receiving an upgrade. There's no more projections, there's no more suppression, there's nothing but growth and established feelings of love and genuinity, and there's a lot more feelings of adherence and support and vulnerability too. So number 7 and number 10, it could be something about like July 10th. It could be October 7th specifically. It could be the 10th or the 7th day if it's not those months. It could be life path number 7 we're dealing with. 10th or 7th houses specifically could be significancy. But 7th house would be Venus, would be love, Libra's energy, or 10th house would be Saturn, Capricorn. So I feel like there's a stability with this love situation with those two really popping out. Then we have this situation over here, and this one's specifically for you, Pisces. This one, whoever you are, if you're masculine or if you're a feminine, whatever it may be. But if you're a feminine, then you know what you're also experiencing with that compassion. But this specific energy tells me that you have been on a bunch of detours lately. Life has been taking you on a bunch of detours lately. And that's because there's an evil eye situation. Now, totality is here, so it means that it is an ending, and there's some kind of realization you're going to be having that's going to definitely change your mind about something, but it's telling you to get out of a certain situation as fast as you can. Run, run, run. Far, far away. Okay? Because there's an unreasonable, lonely, sneaky individual that lacks emotional intelligence, that has this evil eye present in your life, causing you to have to take a bunch of detours so that you are distracted or that you don't have full access to the things that you are meant for, like the blessings in your life, the gifts, the rewards, the goodness, right? There's been a lot of detours because there's been this evil eye energy that's been needing to be cleared or cleansed completely of your whole aura, of your whole entire vibration, okay? Because it's messing you up. It really is. It's somebody who has a cord, CHORD, you know, like an energetic cord that's attached to you, that's sucking the goodness from you being able to totally get in the positions in life that you want to be without having to do this left turn, this right turn, this you have to go a little bit further just before you get to the stop sign, you know, all these extra detours and delays that aren't necessary. They're not necessary. And number 5, 5th house energy, definitely feeling like, you know, 5th house energy, Pisces sun sign, could be something to do with Leo as well, but this is definitely telling me like this is about to be over. There's something you need to get out of. It's an unreasonable situation. This has only caused you to feel lonely, and it's a projection. These are projections of whoever this has this evil eye on you, whoever this is. They are the ones that are unreasonable. They're the ones that are lonely. They're the ones that are sneaky. They're the ones that, you know, and it makes you feel these certain ways, but it's a projection. It's not even truly your energy. It's somebody sucking the energy from you and feeding you back the negativity from their own specifics. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. So if you guys have felt as if your life has been, you know, on a bunch of detours lately, then this is definitely that situation for you, telling you to get out of a situation as fast as you can. Of course, we're going to relay more of this information. I will be using the Divine Celestial Tarot today. I've been obsessed with this tarot deck for quite a while now. I don't know why, but I can't seem to just stop playing with them or using them. Whatever, maybe. Okay. This is going to bring out the clarification and the reassurance and the answers, or anywhere near closer to an answer for the Pisces. Okay, spirits? Okay, let's clip. I see that one's flipped, so I think it was already flipped before. Oh, there's another one. Okay. All right, let's see what we have for the Pisces energy. Is that the Devil in the reversal? It is. That's good. That's great. The Empress. The Devil in the reverse, and then the Empress energy right next to it. Capricorn and Libra. That is interesting. 10th house energy right here, Capricorn. 7th house energy, Libra. Empress, feminine, so much passion, receiving an upgrade, flowering, literally overcoming depression, getting over the worst in the sense of feeling restricted or chained or tied down or held back by addictions or obsessions or attachments and stuff like that. Things that were energetic attachments or other kinds of attachments, obviously physical attachments or emotional attachments or mental attachments or sexual attachments and or financial attachments or spiritual attachments too, all of the above. Really, there's a lot of those things that this individual, this Empress energy, has done the clearing, the cleansing of this specifically to get to a point of total embracement of life and feeling the ability to create. And the Empress is all about nature. On here it says divine nature. Yeah, so there's a lot of like loving of nature, getting out in the sun, doing more things that are outdoors activities, or doing more things that are, even if it's indoors, you can do things. You could be like making pot plants for plants or whatever, seeds, and you can have a lot of flowers or pots of plants in your house specifically. Somebody could be doing a lot of that, just interaction with nature in its senses. It could even be working with herbs in the kitchen, like what kind of spices and stuff you're using for the cooking, etc., etc. But there's a lot of interpreting the natural elements in one's life. That's the feeling of the feminine. And it's like, instead of being artificial, they're real. Like, you know, like there's a lot of realness, a lot of natural flow in this feminine's life and in their energy. And they had to go ahead and dismay and dissipate the negative artificial things that aren't necessarily real, that are fake, that are that would cause attachments or addictions or obsessions or restrictions too in one's life. So this is like the Empress coming into a full expansion of oneself, and they're happy, they're fulfilled, they're flowering, they're growing. Like, they don't even look back at their past and regret. They look at it like, wow, that was my stepping stone to get to the place I'm in today. That's beautiful, right? Even with the Devil, it says it's obsession. Yeah, so there's no longer an obsession with like artificial and fake things. It's all about the real natural things in life. And obviously this love that's receiving an upgrade is a very natural love, right? There's a natural affiliation, a natural attraction. It's there's nothing as like fake or falsified when it comes to how one feels about each other in this love situation. So that's very beautiful to know that it's a very pure, loving sensation. All right, so let's see. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. See, this energy, whoever it is, this has an evil eye on you. And it could be a Taurus, it could be a Gemini, it could be a Chinese your snake or a Chinese your horse specifically. It doesn't have to be, but they could be. They could even be like a Gemini or a Taurus moon sign specifically too. But obviously this individual has made it very tough for you to access certain opportunities in your life. So you feel like you have missed out on things, which it's obvious because, you know, you've been feeling like life is taking you on a bunch of detours, which it shortens the ability for you to grasp the certain opportunities that you've been wanting to. Now, I don't see you totally seeing it in a negative light. You may see it like more or less you're like glass half full. You know, if I wasn't meant to do that, obviously God had, you know, protected me. God's protection is his protection. If I wasn't meant to go do a specific thing, I get it. If he delayed me on purpose, I understand. You know, and you're really trying to go about it in a very healthy, outlook. But the feeling is like God wanted you to see, like, hey, I want you to also notice that there is something holding you back, and he notices what's going on, and he's allowing you to see it's okay for you to speak up and say, hey, like, I'm really kind of upset, I'm missing out on these opportunities or certain things I'd really like to do, and I don't understand why I'm being held back by these things, or why I'm having delays to these things, or whatever it may be. He wants you to communicate. That's really, he wants you to communicate. He wants you to express how you feel about these situations, how it has made you feel. And it's okay, because that's the whole point of having emotion. He wants us to express those things. The more we express, the more he knows how to actually help us. Because some of us hold it back, never really communicate about it, tuck it down, and as Pisces, we don't usually do that. We don't like to bottle things up, because when we do, we know it's really, really bad. Then we have the Five of Wands on the bottom in the reversal, though. Okay, so there's no longer an opposition. This is the feeling of finding a peaceful resolution to the situation, okay? Let's get a little bit further, because I get what they're trying to say. The Hierophant in the reversal is exactly this situation. There's somebody here who feels as if they could be self-righteous too, okay? Because I think that they're above something that's more of... they're the power, nobody can overpower them. In 11:11, it's a reflection. So the energy of what they're putting and projecting onto is a reflection of truly how they feel about themselves and what they feel in general, and who they truly are is projected onto and conditioned to believe certain things or certain ways of life, or however it is. They feel that way. They feel like they can keep going without emotional intelligence. They feel like they can be unreasonable and it's okay. They feel like they can be sneaky and steal things and do things under the radar and keep getting away with it and stuff like that. That's probably something they either saw in somebody else and thought they could just do it because they could do it because other people could do it. Why can't I do it? Taurus is obviously significant too, but we are going into Chinese Year Snake on January 29th. It will be the Chinese New Year, and I feel like that's going to be a significant time for a lot of us, actually. But with this energy, I do feel like this individual has been very making it harder for you to expand your horizons and spread your wings and really have these adventurous opportunities that you've been really desiring and wanting to have. And it's been a kind of like a non-conventional situation. This person could be your ex-husband. For some of you with the Hierophant, it could be like a divorce type feeling. What is this person's problem, though? They were not equal. They did not respect you. Okay, what is this person's problem? You know what their problem is they're seeing you grow and they don't want you to. They want you... No, that's ridiculous. I just got it. I don't really know how to explain it. So the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Six of Cups in the reversal. It's a Cancer and a Scorpio's energy. But the thing with that is obvious. It's like you checked in for alignment and you saw your worth. You noticed your worth. You understood your worth. You actually went back and forgave yourself for not noticing it in the first place and maybe allowing other things to happen that you wouldn't allow now, And the Six of Cups in reversal is because you've been independent. You've actually been doing things on your own. Maybe at one point, if you were married to this individual, you could have been very reliant on them, very dependable on, they were the ones that you leaned on. That's what I mean. Okay. And now that they see you, no longer having to do that, you're doing all these things for yourself, you're really pulling through, you're taking care of you, they're upset about that. They don't want to see you do better because they're at a point where they know and they realize it's going to take them a long time to mature and grow and exceed past the situation they've been in. And so the more they can delay you, they think that they could catch up. You see what I'm saying? They think they could catch up to something that would be a potential for you guys to have another chance together. That's the feeling I'm getting. But that's sad. That's sad. If you really love somebody, okay, you're not going to do that to somebody. You're going to want that person to flourish. You're going to want that person to succeed. You're going to want that person to have Persian. So maybe something about Persians. I don't know. But you're going to want to see that person be happy and smile because that's what you love about that person is to see them happy. That's what love is. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things even in my past relationships that I've had to say, and they've had to come to me too. which it makes sense. It's like, hey, can we just be friends? And I'm like, yeah, you know what, I get it, because right, like, it's not really going anywhere. It's not really like a lot of feelings or whatever, but you can leave it at that. You can be honest with that. And I think that you guys are really leveling up to the point of like, it's equal for you. It's equal for God. Like, that's spiritual equality. Like, you guys are really, you're not even giving up, you know, like, you keep going no matter what, no matter how hard life has hit you or knocked you down, you still find a way to get like back up and dust yourself off. Try again. Aaliyah, that song came through. You're just in a better place, and you're getting better and better every day. No longer suppressing anything, no longer having to project onto other people for anything. And obviously, if you're the feminine, you're doing such a beautiful job. You know, somebody's just mad that you are growing and it's leaving them behind. Not to mention, they don't like the relationship that the feminine has chose, or you have chose if you are the masculine energy and that you're with this new feminine energy, and you know they're not happy with that, whatever it may be. Let's see what the get out of the situation. 7 of Cups in the reversal. Okay, Scorpio again, but this is a reality check, no longer being an illusion. And on these cards, yeah, there's something like you really went out and you took it upon yourself to not think about it even. Really you didn't. You just went out and you're like, I'm gonna go for something that isn't familiar, that's not familiar to me. Like, you went to an uncomfortable position in life, in a place, so that you could find yourself in a more comfortable position, because you knew like there was no other choice. It was either to stay in something that was comfortable for you, but you knew it was kind of making you feel at like a uneasy feeling. Okay, and there was just some kind of movement within you, a change or a shift or a transition or an epiphany that made you really see your worth. And you really didn't question that. You just are like, oh. And then there's a lot of clarification that you've also gotten and received. And you, obviously, I feel like there's been some tears shed for that, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing, because you're doing what you should be, which is catering to yourself. And allowing yourself to cry is you allowing yourself to feel. When you're crying, you're feeling, and when you're feeling and crying, you're healing. You're releasing. You're giving yourself recognition. Okay? So, realization, this is a heavy reality check taking place. And we also have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. This is you allowing yourself to finally move on from it and no longer carry the weight or the burden of a situation. That's what it is telling you for this, getting out of a situation as fast as you can. Cut the cord. Don't ever think about it again. Release that weight that you've been carrying for somebody else, because that's what this is. And that'll be like the full entire transition of how this relationship of love transcends. Does that make sense? That's how you guys end up getting, when you're getting this upgrade currently for this loving relationship you're in, and you clear this one last thing, that's all up from there. Like, we can go nowhere but up from here, my dear. Like Justin Bieber. Yeah, seriously. That's the feeling I'm getting, and he's a Pisces too. But either way, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This is what I have, and thank you again for watching, and have a beautiful rest of your Friday.